Hello guys, and welcome back to our channel. Now if you're new here, then don't forget to subscribe, turn on your notification bell so that you don't have to miss on any of our interesting videos. Now I welcome you to today's thought-provoking conversation. In this video, a Hispanic lady recently expressed her thoughts on the relationship between the Black and Latino communities, stating that we Black and Latinos have been close and we should continue to stand together, which is not true. And of course, her comments has really sparked a wave of corrections from my community who are disagreeing with her assessment. Honestly, if we're that close, then I feel this would have been seen during the past elections, but it was the other way around, telling us something that we're not really that close. Now, as we take a look into this discussion, it's very clear that the relationship between the Black and Latino communities is more complex than initially meets the eye. With differing perspectives on historical unity, education and socio-economic disparities, and voting patterns, it's time to explore the nuances of this dynamic. So with that said, let's get into the videos. I will be right back.
The Latino and Black communities have always been like this, and we should continue staying like that. There's no reason why the two communities should be fighting, okay? We have fought next to each other, side by side, since the Civil Rights Movement, okay? There's no time for beef on either side. We need to stand together, especially with everything that's going on right now in this country. So just a reminder that the Latino community and the Black community are like this always.
No, we haven't. There's no need to lie. We haven't always been like that. No, we haven't. You can make your point without lying and being disingenuous to people. No, we have not. Please tell the full truth.
Am I missing something? Because I didn't know the Black community and the Latino community were like this. Did y'all know that? Am I missing something? I know in our society, Blacks and Latinos are considered close together in the sense that we are less educated, do worse on standardized tests, more benefactors of DEI, more likely to be criminal, compared to whites and Asians being better. I know I've heard that kind of political rhetoric, but I did not know Blacks and Latinos were like this. I thought a lot of Latinos were trying to advance the race, dilute their African blood, get closer to whiteness. Me no Black, using when we ask you not to. Let me know if I'm wrong.
That is not true. I live around a whole bunch of Latino people. Blacks and Latinos have never been cool. The Latino women always thought they were better than Black women and all that. Y'all like our men, but y'all don't like the Black women that they come out of. We've never been cool with y'all like that. We never had pound. We never were besties. We never gave each other dap. We're not like, no, no, we are very separated. No, stop saying that. So you know what it is? When people get into stuff, they always think for Blacks to do something. We paved the way. Martin Luther King and them all paved the way. The road was paved. The road was paved. We're not moving. To my people, keep your behinds in your... We're on vacation. Okay? If I see one Black person out there doing something that they ain't supposed to be doing, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go up to you and I'm gonna pull you by your coattail and whatever. I'm gonna bring you back home. We ain't never been cool. Stop trying to convince yourself that... It's blowing my mind that somebody that you actually said that the Blacks and Latinos have always been cool. That is so far from the truth. It's so far from the truth. Y'all think y'all better than this with the long hair and all that. No, Listen, we on vacation. We ain't moving. We're not moving. We're burnt out. We've hung up our marching boots. We're not doing anything. That's why we're not moving. And the more y'all keep coming on this app trying to convince us to say, oh, y'all cool with us. No, you're not going to use us. Not no more. No, we've been used too many years. Our ancestors and all that. No, No, that's not true. And I'm not upset with you for saying that. I know that's the way you want it to be, but that is not true at all. They don't like us. They never did. And I'm going to leave that on that note.
Where you find all that from? The lies you tell? Man, y'all ain't never liked us. I remember when I was in school, it was a girl who dated a Black guy. She was Latina. Her daddy whooped her. And you know why he whooped her? He told her, don't you date them Black guys. They lazy and they don't want to work. I got a Latino friend. She told us, she said, before I met y'all, I thought all black folks were lazy and didn't want to work, because that was I was always told as a kid. Y'all ain't never liked us. Y'all don't like us. Let's not do that. Please don't do that. Hispanic people, they ain't never messed with us in the first place. Y'all come to our clubs, we welcome you in there. We come to your club, y'all ready to fight us. You know, no. We ain't never been like that. We ain't never been like that. I can't recall Latinos and blacks being together like that. They even have fights in school against Latinos and blacks. We should be together, but y'all don't like us. We black people are the most accepting race in the whole wide world. And you can look at it. It's documented over history. We are the most welcoming race, and it always come to bite us in that ways. We'll welcome you into our home. We'll welcome you into our fray. We'll welcome you into everything we got going on, but it's not reciprocated. Y'all don't feel the same way about us? You better stop that, girl. The lies you told.
No, we haven't. No, we haven't. See, you be watching these movies. Too much Sesame Street. Too much Big Bird. Okay, too much of them two cats that's like Twiddle Them and Twiddle Dum on Sesame Street. No, y'all watch too much cartoons. That's not true. I'm sorry. Holistically, the Hispanic community and the black community has not been like this. It's not as tight as you think. That's just the truth. Maybe to Hispanic people that might be the case, but that is not to black people holistically. It is what it is. And if you want any proof of that, look at the most recent election results. November 5th, 2024 to be exact. That tells you right there that we're not as unified as you think we are, or as most of your people think we are. I wish that's something that we can get fixed. I wish that's something that can be, progressed in this, that, and the third in the future. Because I believe there is, a chance of that happening. But as it stands right now, no, it's not. No, it's not. Most Hispanics want that proximity to whiteness real bad. So no. Respectfully, no.
No, not like this. If we were like this, all of y'all would have voted the right way during November and would not be deported, and y'all be marching down goddamn streets trying to save your people from damn extradition. I'm sorry, sweetheart. We've not always been like this. Let's not play that game. Y'all always want to sing Kumbaya when shit is happening to y'all. But when we telling y'all what's gonna happen to y'all, and we tell y'all what's gonna happen if y'all don't vote this way, y'all don't move this way, y'all ignore us. So this whole Kumbaya show, black people are sitting with black folks right now. Y'all figure out what we're gonna do with y'all people, and we'll see y'all during midterms. We not marching with y'all. We not protesting with y'all. We ain't gonna do what's happening with y'all right now, because you know what? We're the only ones that voted correctly. We're the only ones that voted correctly, okay? The 92 and the 84, we did what we had to do to make sure that y'all was good. Your people, not us. So, that little solidarity, no, we are not one. This is not We Are the World. This is not the United Nations. Black folks, we are resting. Y'all figure out what y'all gonna do with y'all own Latino people. Because y'all people, y'all need to start having some infighting. Y'all need to start dragging people out the damn house and asking who they voted for. They ain't got shit to... Stop trying to rope us in with y'all. Handle y'all.
I ain't never been so glad to see a video I can click on in my life until I saw this. Because I'm in that headspace right now. Before I even go lay down, baby, I got to do this one, because Hispanic and black people were like this. Bump. Because y'all affiliation for whiteness put y'all thought a step above. Okay, y'all was a class above. At least y'all was not a black. Okay. And we tried to talk to y'all. We voted the right way to pay it forward so that y'all people would not be getting drugged out of the houses. I don't see you making no videos talking about the whites. But see, what you thought was going to happen was that everything that bad was going to happen is going to happen to the blacks. Okay? You had no idea that anything was going to happen to the browns. Unless they were the browns that were making the laws, because that's what the liar told you. But let me whip you to something. That's a snake oil salesman, baby. He'll say whatever he needs to say in order to get your brown vote. And now that he got your brown vote, he gonna drag your brown people all the way back to Mexico. That's his plan. He not worried about you. But see, what y'all fail to realize, and why y'all constantly coming from for black people, Y'all had people on this app. One girl I know in particular with her, I ain't gonna even say it because I don't feel like getting no violation. Got a Trump 2024 flag going around in the circles celebrating when he won. Got another girl on said, I did it. I voted for Trump. Yes, I did. Deal with them people. So the next time your auntie or something or uncle get drugged back to Mexico, kicking the door next door. I'm ready to see some brown on brown violence. Kicking the door. Jose, who you vote for? You like a Trump fan. Psh, hit him. Spring off all in his jaw and pull out his wife too. See who she voted for. I don't care if they don't speak. Say it in Spanish and English. Find out who they voted for. Because what y'all need to do is have some infighting between yourselves. Because I'm tired of y'all coming for black people. We're not mad. We done. We're not beefing. We resting. We're not concerned. We're unbothered. And that's what y'all don't seem to get. Trying to come on here with all these, the brown and black people used to be wind. Y'all was too busy when it served y'all, feeding y'all affiliation to whiteness to even be bothered with whether the black people are okay or not. So right now, girl, we busy. We don't care if y'all okay or not, okay? Because I feel for y'all. But when you don't have sense enough, it's just like the crack addict on the street. I'm not going to go in and get no crack addict and put him in my house to say I'm trying to help him. Because until he has a mind to help himself, nobody will be able to help him. He ain't going to come up in here and steal up all my stuff. I got my own jewelry store. He ain't finna have me selling it all the way down, up and down the street for $5. So you got to know when to let people fend for themselves. And Hispanic community, crack addicts of the election, y'all can fend for y'allself. Y'all did it. Y'all can go get a shovel or a spoon out the backyard and y'all saw yourself in. You can dig your way out. Because baby, black people, we got stuff to do.
Now, I strongly disagree with this lady's assertion that the Black and Latino communities have always been that close. And while it's true that both communities have faced discrimination and marginalization, yes, the history of these two communities' relationship is more complex than that. For example, during the civil rights movement, while some Latino organizations did support the movement, others did not. In fact, some Latino leaders at the time saw the movement as a threat to their own interest. Socioeconomic data shows that Black and Latino communities have distinct experiences. And according to the U.S. Census Bureau, in 2020, the median household income of Black families was $43,800, while for Latino families, it was $51,811. Now, it's also worth noting that voting patterns among Black and Latino communities have not always aligned. And if we're that close, then maybe we would have been listening to each other and maybe our voting patterns would have been aligning. And this is so evident in the previous presidential election where, a lot of Latinos voted for the current president while Black people voted for Kamala Harris. Now, while it's true that both communities face systemic barriers, I feel it's important to acknowledge and respect our distinct experiences and histories rather than glossing over them with overly simplistic assertions, because it's not true. It's not. Yes, over the past years, America has seen the images of young Black Americans protesting for better treatment by the police and, more accurately, protesting against generations of unequal treatment in our society. Now, Latinos share many of the same experiences of exclusion, disadvantage, and barriers to opportunity. Yes, but both communities make up a sizable share of the population, particularly among younger generations. For example, Latinos and Blacks comprise 39% of Americans ages 16 to 24. Now, to better understand the environments in which many of these Latino youth grew up, we need to take a look at the border counties of Texas, Stewart, Zapata, and Cameroon. All 5 counties have populations that are about 90% Latino and have poverty rates above 30%. And in contrast, the state of Texas has a poverty rate of 14%, Or consider Tulare and Fresno counties in California. Both counties have the highest poverty rate in the state, and at least half their populations are Latino. Latinos are not newcomers to these areas, and some have resided there for generations. The future does not look much better, as a third of all Latino children live in poverty. Now, in addition with the criminalization of immigration law violations, Latinos account for over a third inmates in federal prisons. Confrontations with the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency are common, and over the past years, 1 million immigrants have been deported, most of them Latinos. La Migra, as Latinos call ICE, has become so entrenched in the Latino psyche that the term has made it into corridors songs, in the same way that commentary on police has become part of rap music. Now, if Latinos and blacks were truly as close as this lady is claiming, then where was this unity during the previous elections? The voting patterns tell a different story, because while both groups have faced discrimination and marginalization, the histories and experiences are complex and distinct. In reality, socioeconomic data shows that Black and Latino communities have different experiences. It's also worth noting that while there are areas of agreement between the two groups, such as concerns about education and crime, there are also differences in their policy preferences. For example, Blacks are generally more liberal than Latinos on issues like affirmative action and government spending. Rather than glossing over these differences, I feel we should acknowledge and respect the distinct experiences and histories of Black and Latino communities. Now, if you're Black, then I guess we all knew where this was going. Now that things are tough and there are problems to face, suddenly the narrative shifts. Now we're being told that Blacks and Latino communities have always been so unified, like we've been one big family fighting side by side. But where was this so-called unity when it counted? Where was it during the past elections, when voting patterns showed clear divides between the two communities? If Black people and Latinos were truly that close, if we really shared the same struggles and goals, don't you think our votes would have aligned more? When people are truly unified, they agree on the important issues. But the reality is, the voting trends show that Black and Latinos, we don't always see eye to eye. So to suddenly claim that Latinos and Black people have always been this close, just when things get tough, feels more like a convenient narrative than an honest reflection of history or current reality. Honestly, I feel like she should have just made her points without resorting to exaggeration or trying to force a narrative. Like, there's nothing wrong with calling for unity, but when you start making claims that don't align with reality, it takes away from the actual message. Like, she could have easily called for both communities to stand together, especially in these challenging times, without making it sound like, Black and Latinos have always been that close. Instead, she added unnecessary layers to her argument that don't hold up when you look at the facts. Now, what's the point of lying or twisting history to make a point? Unity doesn't need embellishment. It can stand on its own if it's truly needed. And what she said just felt like a stretch. And frankly, it undermines the very message she was trying to send. The honest relationship between Black and Latino communities is far more complex than some would like to admit. While there are certainly areas of overlap, shared struggles against discrimination, economic hardships, and the pursuit of equal rights, the history hasn't always been one of seamless unity. Both communities have faced systemic challenges, but we also have our distinct experiences and histories. For example, the Black community's history in America is rooted in the brutal legacy of slavery and institutional racism, while many Latinos experience their own forms of discrimination based on immigration status, language barriers, and cultural differences. Now, there have been moments of solidarity, especially during the civil rights movement, where both groups have fought side by side for justice and equality, but there's also been division. Whether it's political differences, misunderstandings, or even tensions over issues like immigration. And these communities are not a monolith. We don't all think the same way or have the same needs, and recognizing the truth of this relationship doesn't take away from the importance of unity, but it does mean acknowledging that real unity comes from understanding and respect, not from forcing a narrative that doesn't reflect reality. We can come together to fight for common causes, but that's not the same as pretending that we've always been perfectly aligned. Now, I don't know what you guys think. I would also like to hear your own thoughts on what this lady is talking about in her video. So share your comments, your views, your contributions in the comment section, and let's have a conversation there. And don't forget to give our videos a thumbs up if you like our content, and turning on your notification bell so that you don't have to miss on any of our interesting videos. With that said, we've come to the end of the video. See you in our next video as we bring you another interesting video.